now we're going to do the basics. We're going to start with the basics, do a little bit in the middle with some basics, and we're going to do a little bit at the end with some basics. These are things that I learned, and many people I know that love magic learned on their first day, and it took them maybe an hour of practice, and they can do a pretty darn good version of this trick I'm about to show you here. It's your basic color change. We're going to go over some color changes and flourishes like that right now. So, these are basic moves here. I'm going to bring the camera down so you can see what I am doing here. Okay. So, the first thing we want to do, you want to get the deck face up in your hands, okay? And we're going to be changing this card to the card that's beneath it. Right? So, you want to get a nice contrast in there. I've got a black card there. That's what you want. You want to get something, you know, in the moment I move my hand away, you know, it's going to happen. So you want it to be a very drastic. It's black, you know, what the hell, what's going on? So it looks like something like this. You show the 3 for one last time, and then you just, that's it, it's done. Okay, like, it's that fast, that's all it takes. And then you're clean at that point, right there. Completely clean. I have nothing to hide at any angle. So, you know, that's what it looks like. Now we're going to go through the steps. Okay, so you want to first of all hold the deck face up. That's it. You want to just play around with them, do a couple tricks at first, yada da da da, and then just be like, hey, you want to see something real funny? It's kind of like if you want to do this as an individual trick, do it like in the middle of something. Just check this out real quick. Look at this. See that 3? Boom. King. How did I do that? Okay, let's try another trick, you know, and then on to your... To start this off, put it face up. Now, you don't necessarily have to check what the bottom card is, the card next to the bottom card is, but, you know, it's a good idea to have a contrast. So, like, go to somewhere in the middle where there's a black and a red one, like, anywhere, and just cut to it. Say, okay, we got a black 3 here, guys. Ladies, check this out. Complete. Hands are empty, 100%. La da da. Say your own little thing there. And you can go ahead and change it. You know what I mean? This is your basic color change. I know it as the classic color change. Gino Blazada used it as the Houdini color change. And it's also called the Erdnase color change. I don't know who originated it. Going to want to be smooth. Okay? What you're going to do is you're going to connect your pinky right here and push that card up. Very simple. With your palm, bring it out, the next card beneath it. When you hear that snap, that's when you made it. Make it over, and with your index finger, push this card in like that. So real slow and open. I'm going to show you. He basically does this. And then with your index finger here, give that a shut as you square them up. With your palm though, keep your index finger on them, so you just open it, boom, slide that card out, boom, on top, done. You want to make it, like I said before, very dramatic, you know, just smooth as anything. No one has ever said to me, hey, you push that card up. What'd you do that for? You know, no one's ever said that to me, but just practice real slow, bring that card as you turn over. Keep your fingers open until the very last second. And then the moment you're about to flip over, the moment the fingers look like that to them, it doesn't matter if they're open or closed. They're going to look roughly the same. You know what I mean? So keep them open until that very last second, and then keep them closed for that final move. So it's going to look something like this. You know, sorry. You know what I mean? Very smooth. Keep them closed, and then open them right back up when it's done. Sometimes there's a little bit of noise. You can get rid of that with practice. You know what I mean? Just on the street as well. There's a lot of street noise and stuff like that. That's basically how it runs. You just want to slide that card forward, and with your palm here, you pull that card out, push it on top, and then with your index finger, slide it on. But do that under the cover of your hand, and the moment it's done, show just a corner, and then dramatically Show your hand empty. At that point, they're certain there's a card in your hand. So you give them a little open at first, and then you show your hand empty. Back again to the starting position. Flip the card over and continue with your routine. And that's as far as it goes. Next, we're going to get into the thumb fan. I'll see how you give it. There we go. The thumb fan, you want to hold the cards, basically 2 fingers on, 2 fingers off, and your thumb basically in the middle of the bottom. And then with your thumb, you want to push the cards over and open them up. That's your basic thumb fan. Bevel them with your thumb. Just kind of push them over. Like a lot of pressure with your left hand helps keep them even. You know what I mean? So that's how you do it. Big 2. Okay, that's your basic thumb fan there. But if you want to be real fancy, you can kind of spread them open with the rest of your fingers and make it a real nice big thumb fan. There's a nice one there. And you gotta close it up with one hand. That's a tricky move. Just work on the thumb fan for now. The more you do it, the better you get at it, believe me. And even if you say, even if on like your 100th try, you're like, I'm still not that good. Like, I was never really good at this one. But then the more practice you get into it, the better you will be. Now let's talk about closing it up. So you got it open there. What you do on the bottom side here is get your middle finger right where your thumb is. So it's going to be like that. You can let go of the rest of the deck. With a lot of pressure, you can kind of hold that fan in place. And with the rest of your fingers, you're going to want to slide that right back over. Just work that first card right back in there. So you have them open. And you want to get your middle finger in place here and just bring those cards in. So from here, looks like that. And the back side looks like this. My fingers hurt from doing it so much. Like it really gets into you, and it gets tiring. But the more you do it, believe me, the better you will be at it. So that's the thumb fan and how to close it. I'm going to go through it a few more times here. You open the fan with your thumb. You close it with the middle finger. You push the rest of the cards inward. It'll all just kind of fall in there. You do it slowly. If you have a real fresh deck, a real nice fresh deck like I do right now, you can really get them to open slow. And you spread them right out. That's a real nice fan right there. You know what I mean? The spectators can see that you got skills. That's how you start them off. Now I want you to receive. I'm sure. Next, we're going to go through the Charlier cut.